Excellent. Oh, wow. Everybody has. You guys are doing good.
Welcome everybody on YouTube.
I agree, Drew. You have to be whacked to use a Mac.
That's funny.
My team knows me and Max are not me. You know, the apple are not friends. The apple has a worm. All right.
Only if being whack is
Well,
being
we are
Mac.
the majority though in the team.
I know. I know. I've been trying to figure that out for a long time. I thought by now I would have converted you guys to PC users, being as awesome as I am. Oh my goodness, I'm so funny. All right.
It's just a testament that you can make anything work, Peter.
Exactly. All right. Hey, Matthew, nice to have you here. Herschel recommended he come out. Okay, so guys, we're gonna dive in. So we're gonna start jumping into Otherverse. We're gonna start having meetings. Lots of great stuff going on. I have some stuff I'd love to be able to show you guys, but I'm not allowed to yet. But in time, you'll get a chance to see it. So lots of great meetings starting to happen. One of the things is, you guys know, ROVC, return on value created. One of the things that, in order to kind of get the ball rolling for Otherverse, if you've got a few minutes to pop in, hang out, maybe once a day for 10, 15 minutes even, that'll help out a lot, because as we're doing demos and walkthrough and bringing people in, it's always good to see people in the space. Now, this is just the beginning of it, right? So this is the first phase of it. When you're looking at this stuff and you're going through it, the best way to look at it so you can see the future is not where it is today, but where what you see can lead to. So as we go through it, you're going to see there's some different things that we can pick up and do different things with. Right now, they're good, but it's where they can go and it's what it can lead to. The gamification, a lot of the stuff that can be done in Otherverse. I know a lot of us are, I'll never be in the metaverse. How many of you guys before this was like, I'll never be in the metaverse? Put a 1 in if you would have thought you would have never been in the metaverse. Yeah, 0.5. Yeah, so quite a few. Uh, so, I love to go back to this time in my life. So my mother-in-law, she would always go in the bank and she would say, I'm never going to use an ATM machine. And then one day she was in the bank and a nice lady held her hand, and she was so nice that she couldn't say no. I like to use the counter. Took her out to the ATM machine, showed her how to put her card in, and all of a sudden it's like, oh my goodness, I didn't have to stand in line. I could do a deposit. I could get some money. And from that point, she went from I'll never use an ATM machine to using the ATM machine way more than going into the bank, right? That's the part where the metaverse is going to be in our lives. Eventually, every single person in some form or fashion. And it's not that it's I want to be in the metaverse. It's the metaverse will be a better way of doing things. I think, if we think back to mid 90s, how many of you guys wanted to be online in the mid, like 95, 94? How many of you guys were like dying to go on the internet? Put in a 1 if you were dying to go into the internet in 94, 95. Yeah, I gotta be honest with you guys. I barely knew it existed, right? In 94, 95. I actually learned about the web in about 96, 97. And from there it was kind of like, I don't know if I even want to be involved with it or do anything with it. We Myself and my brother-in-law went to a conference about the internet. It was called America Choice Malls, and from there, and then we started to move in the direction towards utilizing the internet. Yeah, so Candace was in 1999, right? 4 or 5 years later. So, but why did we eventually use the internet? Was it like we had this desire to do it, dial up, slow web pages that would load? No, it was actually a pain in the what to get on and do stuff. But what happened was is we began to do things that were simpler. It was more convenient. It was better once you got past the dial up. And then, of course, with the development of it came high-speed internet. And once high-speed internet was introduced and came in, it was game over because now I could get on fast. We can move very quickly. It was more convenient. I didn't need a travel agent anymore, right? I didn't need, I could go in and see my bank balance. I didn't have to call a phone number. And you guys remember that before the internet, right? We all go now on our phone, or we go there and we go, oh, I need to get in my bank. But it used to be you had to dial a phone number, right? And call in and then push 1 to get your balance, or 2, and all this stuff. I think we forget about a lot of the things that were before the internet. So the reason why I'm saying this is it is going to be the exact same way with the metaverse. You're going to, at first, people are going to fight it a little bit. I don't know. But then all of a sudden, you're going to begin to find the things that are easier, simpler, more enjoyable. Being able to spend time with loved ones that live in another state, attending weddings for people that live in another state, maybe that you'd love to be there, but you can't be there because it's too expensive to go. I know Morgan has a friend of hers that's getting married in Italy, and it's her best friend, her and Will's best friend. But how they can't go, right? It's how much is it for tickets to Italy and to take the time off and the hotel rooms and all that stuff. So they're just gonna have to send them well wishes because it's in Italy. Now, we're in the future. That wedding in the metaverse is going to be able to take place, and they'll be able to attend it and be there with them. So with that, we're going to go ahead and fire up this. So Jan, you're going to walk everybody through downloading it that hasn't downloaded it yet. Can you do that, Jan, please? Share your screen.
Yep.
Show them exactly what they need to do in order to dive in. And then we're going to dive in. We're going to show you guys how to use a lot of the stuff in there. So be patient with us because we have different people at different stages right now. So first thing we're going to do is take about 10 minutes. Jan's going to show you how to download it, how to set up your character, how to do all that stuff. All right. Take it away, Yanni.
So this is where you're going to show up first. It's app.xaeon.io, and that'll take you to the login page. I already have a login because I'm part of the closed beta. So then
but right now, guys, if you are not part of the closed beta, you will not be able to do this. But at the end of this, if you're not part of the closed beta, I want you to get me your information, and then we'll get you in as soon as possible. So just say at the end, just raise your hand and say, hey, I'm not part of the closed beta. The people that are part of the closed beta are people that did the stock offering, that have purchased packages. So the VIP, UVIP business packages, people that were accredited investors that bought into the token, and then people who bought the FNFTs when we did those launches. So those are the 4 people that are right now invited into this beta. But if you're not any of those 4, please get us your information because I want to get you in there as soon as we possibly can. And I'll know in the next few days when that will be. Okay? All right, go ahead, Jan.
Exactly. So you're going to then click sign in.
Now, Jan, how did you create your password, buddy?
Well, I didn't have to create my password. I already had a password from my team profile. So that if you get there and you don't remember creating a password, then I would just click forgot password, and
okay,
and that should give you the ability to reset it. Of course, reach out to us if you have questions about that.
Okay, go ahead.
So now you're going to arrive at this page, which is basically the portal and dashboard for your account. And this is right here. If you open up this hamburger on the left, you'll see all sovereigns and Utherverse IO. So this is a preview of what it's going to be like in the near future, where you're going to have multiple metaverses inside the Xeon browser. So right now we have Otherverse as the metaverse that we want to explore. So we collapse that and then click open in Xeon. Want to do that. It should start the download.
You got something popping up there on the right, Benny?
This profile. Is that what you
Yeah.
meant?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, so let me refresh this page.
Go below, buddy. You see the purple button below?
Oh, there it is. Yeah. I guess I need to click this and then, yeah, that's where I saw it before is,
It's dead center, buddy. In the middle of the page. It's not moving with the page. It's staying there. Right there. Down
oh, really?
below.
There it is.
Move.
Thank you. Okay.
There. Yeah.
All
So
right.
you're going to download the software there.
If you're paying attention, you'll see exactly what to do.
Yes.
All right. So download for Mac Universal. That's what I need because I'm on a Mac. You can
Yeah.
obviously switch to Windows if you're on Windows. And then I'll choose my applications folder because that's where I want it to be. It'll be called Xeon. I'm going to replace it because I already had one version of that. But you'll just click download. And once that's done, that's here in my download section. So I'll open that up. DMG is the standard type of file you download for a Mac. That is the install wizard. You drag it to your applications folder as usual. That means it's in there. So I can open up my applications now and look for Xeon browser. There it is. Wait. There it is. That's the actual program. So I'm going to double click on Xeon browser to open that up. So this is the actual Xeon browser program that lives on your computer and allows you to browse and explore metaverses.
So guys, real quick, I've been looking at, I would say at this point, I've looked at 20 to 25 so-called metaverses, and I'll say so-called metaverses, some of the quality of it, some is the functionality. A lot of it, I went to one about a week ago, and it was 17 hours to download the software. I started it anyway, came back about 45 minutes later, and it still had 7 hours to go. You guys saw how fast this was to download it and put on the system. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer, but like 7-8 minutes is the longest that it takes to load this. These are the advantages that Otherverse has over other programs and other systems. All right, buddy, let's launch it. Launch.
Yes. So I agree. It was extremely fast and easy to download and launch. Sorry, I'm getting a call, trying to ignore it here. Another problem with Macs. There we go. All right. I've got so much running on this computer. That's why it kind of freezes up when I try to close my calls. All right, so we're going to launch that. Oh, failed to launch.
Looks like they're playing hide and seek zombie tag right now.
Yes. Looks like it.
All right. Reinstall.
Yeah, it might have been a little bit too quick. It took me about 8 minutes to install it on my PC. Corey, how long did it take you to install, bud?
About 7, 8 minutes.
Yeah. So I don't know if it installed properly for you, Yanni.
Okay. I also had this installed on my computer before this Zoom. So I uninstalled it and deleted it. But I may not have done that 100% cleanly
Okay,
and
no worries.
properly.
Why don't you let Corey take over? And Corey, why don't you show them how to set up a new character? Go ahead and launch yours, and then let's show them how to set up, because you can set up multiple characters. So when you first log in, there's going to be a way for you to go and pick male, female. So I have both a male and a female character in mind. But if Corey, if you could go ahead and launch that, buddy. And Jan's going to work on getting his installed so we can see him in the metaverse. And if you guys are on, you guys can follow along and start getting your characters set up. I'm going to go ahead and launch mine. These PCs are so easy to use. Mine's already almost running right now.
Mine is going.
Log in.
I'll tell
So
you
while we're
what,
doing this, guys, maybe in the chat, maybe you guys can put, what are some of the things you could see people doing in a metaverse, right? What are some of the things that that you think would be more productive? Maybe things that experiences that could be improved. Could go ahead and maybe maybe go over the, start talking a little bit about that stuff in the chat if you would. Love to see some of the things see if you guys come up with ideas that I haven't thought of. The one thing is too, guys, is over Zoom, Utherverse will run a little rougher, right? Than if you're not on Zoom. So that's just something that it's Zoom, not necessarily the Utherverse program.
This is where I am.
All right. So go ahead and hit login, buddy.
I certainly did. I think it's just going. There we go.
Yeah. All right. So if you see the character button there, guys, so when you first log in, it'll take you there automatically, but you can click on the character button, and this is going to allow you to set up your first character that you want to set up. So this is where you'll choose male, female, any of that type of stuff that you want to be able to do.
it takes you through a nice sequence, checking out your room, and then shows you to your beautiful bathroom where you have your huge mirror and sinks.
All right, so Corey's going to be able to come in here and again pick male or female.
This is where I can.
Begin.
This is where I can go mini, Peter, micro.
Yeah, this is where you go mini, so he can make himself short. If you do that, you're always mini until you create another character, or you can come back here and change the size. All right, so and this is going to be eventually in the main closet, but in the main area. But right now it's here where you're going to go ahead and get your character ready. So this is where you can start to work towards making a character look more like yourself, if that's what you want to do, or like this one's muscular. So Corey did, he's always wanted to be muscular. So he got a more muscular character here. So you guys can see the little thing there. So you can go petite, chubby. I guess I'd have to go to chubby if I wanted to look like me, right? Athletic. And that's going to change the body character of it. And this is how you start to get the individualism that you want. All right. So we've got a closet here with a lot more styles. You can see over to the right, preset clothing stuff. Ah, that's a good look for you right there, Corey. Oh, that's good too. Yeah, I think that's looking a lot like a Corey. And remember, guys, you can set up multiple characters, so you don't have to stick with just one character, and then you'll pick the character that you want to be prior to going in each time. So you can do the eyes. What kind of eyes should Corey have there? So Corey, if you want to go to face, so see the face there to your left, buddy? If you click on that, you're going to get, oh, that's not like the other one where it takes you a close up. There's a way to get a close up on the face. I just don't remember how to do it. So you can see the face
as closet.
Okay, perfect.
But for now.
And this is all going to be expanded, guys, as we go through the, it'll become more and more and more to where people can get a look that they want. So all the avatars don't look the same. This will be the most diverse in the entire crypto sphere.
I think these are yet to come as well.
Yeah, I think some are quite not working yet, but they will be. The end of February, guys, in another 10 days, there's another huge patch coming that'll begin to up the usability. So, all right, buddy. Well, I think you look pretty good there.
All right.
So he's going to name his character. So this is, you can, like I said, you can do multiple characters. You already have a Corey, buddy. You're going to do Corey 2. Yeah.
That's my second guy.
So hopefully you guys are following along and creating your own characters. All right, now we're going to go to the either continue or the transport center. I push the transport center. It's going to take us into the world. All right, look at there. There's a whole bunch of people in here already. I think I need to come in. I don't want to miss out on the fun. I got my full screen here. I got to exit out of there. Transport center. I'm going to take you guys around and hey, everybody! Jeffrey is in the house. True Blue is in the house. Look at here, guys. So how many people right now are, I can't see the chat, but how many people are working towards, put in a 1 in the chat if you're setting up your character and you want to join us and you're going to come in. Because we're going to go exploring here in a minute. We're going to show you guys some stuff. Can someone tell me, because I can see my screen here. All right, Lovejoy's there. Who else is coming? I haven't seen Yanni in here yet. Where you at, Yanni? So we're going to show them all that in a second, Corey. We'll show everybody how to high five, shake hands. We'll have this recording available. It'll be posted in our group site. And during, make sure we know your name, because we'll definitely get you on in the beta as soon as we possibly can. All right, Gary's going to be at his PC tomorrow, watching on the phone. Okay, cool. So is anybody else planning on joining us that's working on getting their character set up? We got a bunch of us here.
Here's somebody. Oh, Kendrick.
Hey, Kendrick. All right, I'm gonna go back to my game here because I'm fooling around. All right, here we go. All right, where's Corey at? There's Corey. All right, Corey, why don't you show them how to right-click on the character? So Corey's gonna right-click on me, and he's gonna show you guys where you can see your profile, other people's profiles, the chat, all that stuff. All right, Corey, I'm ready. I'm right there in front of you, buddy.
All right, I'm gonna click on more, and then I'm gonna do greetings. And how about a high five?
All right, yes, I want a high five. You guys see him high fiving? Let's shake hands, buddy. So what's gonna happen is, Corey, I'm gonna invite you so then they can see the invitation come up. All right. All right. So we're gonna click right there. All right. Come on. Load cooperation. There it goes. All right, I'm gonna fist bump Corey. So when I requested a fist bump, it's gonna go up and it's gonna ask Corey, do you want a fist bump? So you can't do anything to anybody that they don't want you to do.
I gotta hit the beat. I gotta hit the beat. I gotta hit the beat. I gotta hit the beat.
Oh, there it goes. All right, now it should be there, buddy. You get the invitation?
I don't see it.
All right, we're gonna try the hug then.
There we go.
I got it.
Now I had to give them permission for that, so strangers won't come up and hug you. They gotta ask you if you want to be hugged. All right. So can everybody try that? Left click on somebody and request a fist bump, hug, all that stuff. All right. All right. Somebody else did, and you can do it for anywhere. There you go. Shaking hands with Jeffrey. You're basically going to right click on any character, any person, and then that request is going to pop up and you guys can see it. Corey, maybe show everybody again, buddy. I know Dawn, she's just standing over there. She's not hugging anybody. She's antisocial. Here, I'll have to hug Dawn. Okay, there you go. Corey got it done. All right. So now, also, guys, when you right-click on somebody, if you want to see their profile, you can go in, and also this is where you're going to private message people. So if I don't want anybody else to see my message, you can go in there, Corey, if you can show them where you can hit private message, and then now I'm only going to message the person that that I just private versus going in the generic message. All right, and also you can see somebody's profile, and of course you can put in a friend request. Okay. There'll be a lot more stuff added to this over time for that. And you'll see there's empty spots for that to be there. So you can also travel to Avatar. So you can travel to a friend that's not turned on yet, different areas from there. So Corey, maybe you can show them that. Or you're going to click on the little guy with the circle around him when you open up the more. Two circles around them.
Can't get it to open up.
So you can travel to a region, travel to a Zabi. The Zabbies are the houses, guys. So if you want to go visit somebody and you're going to go to their house, which is in their apartment, travel there, or you can travel to an avatar. I gotta be able to. Okay, there you go, buddy. You see the person, right? You know
There's
how
some
PC
comments
is.
in the chat about turning off the music. It's really distracting. Where do you do that?
You can turn off the music, so it's pretty easy to do. Just you're gonna go into. I'll show you guys here in a second. I always turn off my music. So I'm not a music fan. There you go. You can just turn it down right there. Okay.
They
So
do
if you
have
want to
really
go in
good
there,
music in here.
yeah, they do. But again, I'm trying to talk, right? So, yeah, perfect. Okay. All right. So Corey, you gonna stop sharing so I can show them. All right. There you go, buddy. Thank you. Oh, I got to get rid of that out of the way. Oh, I have my camera on. That's what's messing me up here. There we go. Let me turn my camera off here real quick. It'll run better if my camera's off. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click on Jeffrey here. When Jeffrey comes up, I'm going to go to more. And then when I go here to this, and this is on the PC, it'll be in the Mac pretty soon. If I wanted to travel to Jeffrey's house or travel to the avatar or go back or travel to a different region, you can do that from here. Okay. So it pops up here. It's not working quite yet. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and click off of that. I'll show you guys a couple other things. So up here's your address bar. You'll actually be able to, over time, have a sovereign that you want. You can put it in this address bar, know the address, put it in there, go from there. If you want to travel to the different regions, you can do it from here. You're going to click right here up in the top to the regions area. And these are all the different regions, which we're going to go explore some of them. If you want to go explore on your own, you can as well on that. So we're going to go to the podcast area here next. As soon as we're done there, of course, there's a calendar for events. So you can pop open the calendar. It's going to open up and it's going to give you any of the events that are taking place. It's actually a pop-up where you're going to leave the game where the calendar is right now. Okay. Let me see if I can get this to close. I can't see where the X is here. Oh, there it is right there. All right, good. All right. This is the dimension system, guys. This is the patented part for watching it. Eventually you'll be able to use this. It's not turned on yet. It will be by the end of February. This is your location, the orientation. This will be, for like, I want people only in Phoenix, or I want people only in the United States, or I want people only in Japan. I want people only in areas. And then of course, there'll be a language preference here. So you can say, hey, I speak Spanish and I only want to meet people that can, that I can communicate with. So you can pick that. And there's all different types of things that can be put there on the orientation side. All right, hold on. I think I clicked a wrong button somewhere. It's probably taking me to another world. Let's see. All right, here we go. Okay, let me close that now. All right, So now what we can do is we can go into this closet. So you see up here in the top right. So Corey went into the one to design himself. Now we can go into this closet. And most of this is not working yet. This will be working, all of this. So you've designed your character. Now you can come in here and easily just customize it with shoes, watches. You'll be able to put tattoos on, hair options, and of course clothing options. You can go in here. This is where you can click right here if you want to get a close-up on the face right there. So you can choose eye colors and all that stuff that you want to be able to do. Click on the guy and it takes you back out again. And there'll be some other features coming, guys, for these right here and also for this right here. They'll be turned on eventually. If you want to zoom in, you zoom in like that, zoom out. So you can get a kind of close-up of your style. We're going to cancel that. So that's the closet in the world right there. Okay, well, I'm going to go over to, so the way to the transport center is you can go find the door here. So I can go find a door and then go through these doors. The easiest way, though, really is to go up here in the top bar, click on the navigator thing there, and then go to the podcast room, which is where I'll be probably spending a lot of time doing meetings and podcasting. Doug's going to start doing the Digi meetings in here. So, Corey's going to do some meetings. Everybody's going to do some meetings. I'm going to come over here and where you at, Corey? I don't see you in here.
I'm in the gym.
You're in the gym? Always in the gym. All right, so when you sit down, guys, you can come over here, and there's little panels here for you to be able to change your position in the chair. Eventually, these will have a lot more options on them, all right? Also, too, so you guys can see it. I want to get it to where you guys can utilize this as fast as possible. All right, I'm going to stand up. Down here on the bottom is a quick bar. So you can go ahead and point to somebody. You can do the thumbs up. You can blow somebody a kiss. You can clap your hands. And of course, if you're feeling that way, you can do the Ronda. There we go. All right. So that's the Ronda, and it's an inside joke for us on the Ronda. All right. I'm going to go ahead, and next we are going to go to Club Elegance. Let's go hang out in the club. So how many of us are in here now? Put a 1 in the chat if you're inside the metaverse right now. I want to get to the chat there. I got to be able to see the chat. Trying to get to the. All right, let me get back to the thing. So how many of us are actually inside? You guys want to come to the club? Hang out with me in the club? All right, somebody's here with me. Let's have a dance off. All right, I'm going to wait here on the dance floor for everybody to come. Oh, there's the chat. All right, I was looking for the chat. You got to know how to function and operate this. Gary's in the casino. We know where to look for Gary if we ever go to Vegas together. All right, now we got some people coming to visit. Not by myself. All right, so if you guys see over here, I wanted to show you this. Right here are glow sticks, and this is a wand for doing fireworks, okay? So these will be really cool when we can get into areas where there's like a dark, like almost like a rave type of environment. So what you're going to do is hover over them. They're going to pop up. You click on them. And then this is going to come up. So this is the glow stick. This is the one on the right is how you put it back down. The one on the left is how you actually use it to make it glow. And then, of course, I can dance with it, right? I've got it in my hands. So, Jeffrey, yours is a wand that does fireworks. So, yep, there you go. Boom. And you put off some fireworks. So, this is where you can start doing some pretty cool stuff. Think not just that fireworks, but think hundreds or, lots of different fireworks, dragon in the sky, all kinds of different stuff that you can do. Oh, I'm twerking right now. You guys should be paying to watch that, not just getting a free show here. All right. Jeffrey's up at the booth. So here very soon, DJs will be able to come in here. So Corey said there's some cool music in here. That's, that's pre-recorded stuff. But eventually here very soon, I would be able to, if I have authorization, I can come in here and I can use the panel here. And I'll be able to pull the switches and make my music and all that stuff happen. We can go this way over here, hang out by the fireplace. We can come here and get in the hot tub. The hot tub's going to be developed where if you're sitting in the hot tub, your character's going to perspire on that side. Also, very soon, I don't know the exact timing, probably in the next month, there'll actually be a bartender at the bars. This bartender will be kind of like a meet and greet AI bartender. So if I'm sitting here at the bar, I'll be able to communicate with the bartender. And let's say Corey's about 3 seats away there and he's sitting there. The bartender would be able to, if we want him to, again, permissions. It's all about permissions. Would say, hey, Peter would like to meet you, Corey. And then Corey would say, oh, yeah, I want to go ahead and meet Peter. And then they would introduce, and then you could get to meet people. So that'll be the first AI NPC, which is non-player character that will be in there, and you'll be able to communicate. See, Corey's putting on a fireworks show. Again, think of the diversity. Think about being able to come in here, and if you know how to play the piano, there'll be a little registry thing there. You go, and then it'll let you sit down and play the piano. All right. So guys, if you want to help, log in, like I said, 10, 15 minutes a day, hang out. Sometimes you might be the only one. Sometimes you might be a few other people in there. Maybe start asking some questions of, different people that are in the chat, right? Let's have some conversations here. How are you doing? Boom. Eventually, voice stuff will be activated where you'll be able to do activation of the voice commands, where you'll be able to have conversations with people, directly. Corey's watching me dance. He's like, I'm not even going to try to dance like Peter does. No way. It's like in the dance off in what you call it, Avengers. Oh, there he goes. He decided to get funky there, do a little dancing. So right now, how many people do we have in here? Let me go back to the chat here. So if you're in here, put in a 1 if you're in here. So I'm going to put in a 1 because I'm in here. Let's see how many people we have in here. So we got Lauren. Welcome, Lauren. Thank you, Lovejoy. Thank you, Lauren. I know Corey's here with us. I know we got Jeffrey. You guys are probably looking for the chat, right? There's Corey. So they'll start to be a lot of different events you guys can attend in here. On an ongoing basis over the next couple weeks, they'll start to ramp up. There'll be karaoke. How many people here like to sing a little karaoke? So we'll have some karaoke things, and maybe we can do some contests amongst us, or maybe, I don't know, maybe some crypto or something, maybe an airdrop or two. We'll have some fun and have a good time with that. Marcus, are you not part of the beta group? We're gonna get you. Okay, so Sharona, can you, if anybody's on here and they're not part of the beta group, can you put your info in here so we can get you on a list and try to get you in here as soon as we possibly can? So I know there was someone earlier, and then we've got Marcus. Who else we have? What info do we need? Matthew, if we could get your email address, that would probably be enough info. So if you just put your email address inside here, we'll make sure you get an invitation as soon as possible. Perfect. Sharona, are you grabbing those? Herschel, we're going to get you in here, buddy. We'll get everybody set up here. I got some pull. All right, we got quite a few people that we need to help get in. Sharona, are you here? I need to make sure somebody's writing down these email addresses. I know everybody can hear me because they're putting in their email addresses. But Sharona, I can't hear you. Are you muted? Is Sharona still here? Corey, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here. I just, because I can't get my music to turn off. So that's why I'm muted.
Let me show you here. I'll show you real quick. You're going to go
Okay.
click over here in the 3 hamburgers. You're going to click on this wheel right here, Sharona. You're going to come here and you're going to click on audio. And then you're just going to turn all these down, okay?
Oh,
or
okay.
the bottom ones really down here. And that'll
Okay.
turn off your music, okay?
Okay, cool. Yeah, I had to turn off the some of the sound because it's loud and I can't hardly hear you. So I've just
Yeah, I
been
know.
watching mostly.
Yeah. So, okay, but you have everybody's email addresses in there, right?
Yes, I do see them and I've screenshotted them.
Perfect. All right. So we're going to get all you guys invited in there. Corey, anything you want to show anybody that I maybe didn't? Oh, you want to go to the movie theater, guys? So we're going to get some movies going here. So about a year and a half ago, we had our community get together and we watched a movie together over Zoom. And it was actually a cool experience, but not nearly as cool as it's going to be for us to have movie watching experiences in the metaverse. How many of you guys have grandkids that live in another state that you don't get to spend as much time as you would like with them? Put in a 1 if you have grandkids in another state that you would love to be able to maybe spend some more time. That's one of the value propositions that I see here, down the road as they start to get where, your grandkids could come and sit down and you could watch, a movie of all different ages and you're sitting next to them. You're able to have a private conversation, right? Because you're friends with them and all that stuff. When there's a movie playing, you can actually go over the top of it and you can click on it and it'll make the movie full screen if you want to see full screen. Then if you want to exit out to where you can be there. Now, if you guys want to just see the screen and move in, you're going to take your mouse pad or your mouse and you're just going to scroll inward and then that'll give you a first person view here. So you can see the screen bigger. If you want to go down, then I'm just basically taking my 2 fingers at an angle. If I take both my fingers and go out on the mouse pad, it's going to bring me out in. If I go the opposite direction, it's going to back me up, okay? So that's the easiest way. It took me a long time to figure that out because I was like, how do I get a first-person view? And it's just literally at an angle. Just do your 2 fingers there, and it'll move you in or move you out, all right? Look at there, we're hanging out. Me and my buddy Corey hanging out, watching a movie together. Look at there. All right. So what does everybody think? You can put it in the chat in Otherverse if you're in Otherverse, guys. Excited, everybody? Yeah, you like it? What would you like to see? Yeah, it's great fun. Great fun, especially once we can do some. Oh, you know what, buddy? You want to go hang out in a park? Let's go to the plaza. Let's go one more place. Plaza, Otherverse Plaza. All right. Yeah, thank you, Marcus. Yeah, it's very cool. And again, early development stuff. This is dial up with the, in the internet terms. Over the next few years, this is going to explode. So, Samsung is working on their own goggles. Of course, Apple has theirs out now. Oculus is out there. Prices are coming down. There are some Oculuses that are like $300 a pair. I know the Apple ones are quite expensive right now, but they'll come down in price. So eventually you'll be able to do these experiments. It's cool doing these experiments in a you would do maybe a wedding utilizing goggles, maybe any of those type of would do like 3D goggles. Work fun just out. You can do that in a 2D fashion. Marty's gonna be jamming. You know where we'll find Marty all the time. She'll always be on the dance floor. It's taking a minute to get into the plaza because of because I'm going in the plaza. It is the biggest region right now in the space, and it and Zoom do not like each other that much. I'm gonna
It's your internet, buddy.
stop sharing because it'll go there quicker. I've learned the secret. Sharing. You can stop sharing here. My intranet. Now can you hear me better?
Yes, we can, Peter.
Perfect. So when you're sharing on here, guys, just so you know, if you just stop sharing, it'll load faster and things will improve, and then you go back to share. Go ahead, Corey. Why don't you share, buddy? Let's go to the plaza. Let's go hang out under the trees. There are some great areas that are going to be put here. An outdoor area that's fantastic to walk through. There's a skate park that's going to be implemented here pretty soon. So there's a lot of great. Oh, there's Corey hanging out in the park. So you can come over here, sit down, hang out. Imagine in the future being able to have a picnic basket, a blanket. You meet here with your grandkids or from your family from all over the country, all over the world for that matter. And you have some frisbee toss. Yeah, throw some barbecue on. There's some great stuff that you can do. So here's the plaza. Corey, why don't you show them where our yacht's going to be? Oh, yeah, you guys are blowing up the chat now. That's awesome. So Corey's going to take you guys to the stage. He's going to show you the waterway, and he's going to show you where the yacht is. Corey can maybe, too, show them how to run if you want to, in case I want to get somewhere quick. You guys are all quiet. Or my internet. Did I lose everybody?
Except
No,
vegetables.
you
that's
just came
okay.
back.
Ah, there we go. Finally just came back. So that's where our yacht's gonna be. Woo! That's where their coral reef is gonna be, where you'll be able to go scuba diving. Pretty cool. If you look over to the right is where the building will be replaced. They're redesigning it, but there'll be the building where your apartments will be for your FNFTs. So your FNFT apartment will be very close to your yacht. You'll be able to pop right out the door and go hang out on the yacht. First class, guys. Well positioned for Nexus. Gonna be top billing everywhere we go, guys. Yeah, Chris, a great graphics. Yeah, and things are fantastic now, especially if you compare it to the other people that are, building metaverses. Now, I do want you to know again, this is not just a metaverse. This is a network of metaverses. There will eventually be thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of metaverses. Metaverses of all different types. People that like cats, people that like dogs, people that like Fords, people that like Chevys, people that like hot rods, all different kinds of metaverses. And each one of those metaverses, because the way the technology's been built, is able to set their own rule set. This is where decentralization comes into the picture with it. So me and Corey get together, we go, hey, we want to create a metaverse together. We go in and we build it. There'll be really super simple tools for you to go ahead and put those together and build them. We spend a few hours, we get our world built, then we can start inviting people to it. And when we set up our world, we get to set up the rules of that world. You are allowed to do this, you're not allowed to do this, you can be a person, or you can be a giraffe, or you can fly, you cannot fly. So all of that stuff we'll be able to build into it. And so there'll be all kinds of these things built around the world. Brian thinks that at some point there'll be millions of different worlds that'll all be connected together, all running simultaneously, with, of course, hundreds of millions of people, billions of people a day participating in it. Yeah, you could have a Western world, and you can go there and the OK Corral and have a gunfight, right? And there'll be all kinds of different gamifications. If you guys look down here at the bottom, you see where Corey's feet are. You see there's a stamina bar there to the left. It's just right behind the chat. That is for when you go to the gym. So Corey had went to the gym. You would be able to go have your character go to the gym and work out. You're like, why is there a gym there? Well, your character can go work out. Your character works out, it improves its stamina. If it overworks out, it could harm its stamina. And that stamina is when you run, that stamina will go down. That's the gamification of it. That's how you can start to put in skateboard competitions. You can start to put in, water skiing, or competitions, or any of those type of things can be tied into it because of the gamification that's there. And that's what it's really meant to prove, that the gamification is there. There's already a pool game in here, guys, but again, I'm not gonna pull your leg. It's not the greatest yet, but it just shows that those type of things can be put together. It'll improve dramatically on that side of it as it comes together and is there. So with that, guys, hopefully we're gonna get everybody who's on here who hasn't been set up yet. We'll get you guys set up here very quickly. Maybe, give us a few days. We'll get the list put together. We'll get that done. So again, one more time, if there's anybody on here who does not have an invitation, you didn't get an FNFT, you didn't get any of the tokens, you didn't do the shares on the crowdfunding, or you didn't buy a package, please put your email address in now. Oh yes, Corey can show you how to quit and leave. He knows how to do that. Corey? Where'd you go, buddy? Did you quit? Let me go back and let me change my character back to where it is. I'll go back in here and I'll show you guys how to. It's super easy to quit. So, all right, let's do that. All right, let's put some clothes on here. Go to closet. That's funny. All right, here we go. All right, let's see here. Let's say, all right, there you go. Oh no, that's all right. I'm gonna save that right there. All right, let's see here. Next. Final, oh, I gotta give it a name. Oh. Pete. Yes. Ew. Yes. All right, let me go back to the transport center here. Let me share my screen. We lost Corey. All right, so Lovejoy, you see the 3 burgers right there? So when you want to quit, you see these 3 hamburgers or this little dial right here. There's 2 ways. You see the dial or you see the hamburgers. You click there. You see this little the little sprocket. Click there. Oh, no, wrong way there. Hold on. Oh, here we go. Okay, hamburger. You see next to the sprocket, the little circle with the arrow. Hit that. It's going to come up and give you this menu. Log out. Quit. Support, settings, and profile, and then just go ahead and hit quit, and that'll take you out of there. So 3 hamburgers, a little circle with an arrow in it. This pops up, and then you can go ahead and hit the quit button. All right. So guys, hopefully I'll see lots more of you guys in the metaverse now that you guys have it downloaded and in here. We're going to be doing a lot of demos starting in about 7 to 10 days. So always good when we're demoing this to have somebody hanging out. If you have the spare room on your computer and you just leave it running and then just have your character standing there, won't be able to respond or anything, but at least it will be some characters standing around, enjoying themselves and hanging out. All right. Oh, Brian too just came in. That's Mr. Schuster right there. Guys, why don't you come to the transport center? Let Brian see how many of us are here. He thinks it's just me. He's like, Peter told me there was going to be a bunch of people in here. Calling all avatars to the transport center. Calling all avatars to the transport center. I'm going to high five with Brian. Calling all avatars to the transport center. Where's everybody at? Corey, you here, buddy? You gotta leave me hanging? Nod my head. Ah, there you go. Thank you. Dawn to the rest. Oh, there's Corey. All right, let's have a party here, guys. Say hi to Brian. You guys can say hi in the chat. Did we lose Jeffrey? Got Dawn there. Got Lovejoy. Anyone else able to join us here in the transport center? Where's Jan? We never saw Jan. Did Jan ever join?
I screwed up my computer.
No.
My fault.
All right. Anybody else joining us? All right, guys, say hi to Brian. You guys say hi. See, Brian's bowing to you guys for being in here. All right, I guess everybody else went home. Not able to join us. Yeah, I don't know. What do we have, about a dozen people in here, guys? Where's Doug? I thought Doug was going to join us and come into the metaverse. Dougie bot. Is Doug on the chat? Gotta escape to see if Doug made it here. Oh, we should have had a how to handle your computer before we started this, huh, for you guys. We got a few people who crashed their computers. Steve, Jan, they're in the same club. Thanks for joining us, Marcus. Thank you so much. Oh, we had a few more people join us. Oops, let's go over here and see. Venom Vicious. Venom Vicious. Is that one of us or is this somebody else? Got a cool outfit there. Purple hair. All right. All right, guys. Well, thank you, everybody, for coming and joining us. You know, we can help get some more people on board it. We'll have some people that'll watch this in replay. Would love to start seeing some of you guys in here from time to time. Thank you, everybody. Have a great evening. We got some other calls coming up. We got Thursday. Corey's doing a presentation. Come check it out for DFY airdrops. We're going to work towards on Saturday having our meeting, our Saturday update meeting in Utherverse. And I think we'll be able to pull that off. If not, it'll be the following weekend, but I'm sure we'll be able to do that. Corey's doing the presentation tomorrow night. Saturday, that's 5 o'clock PST. Saturday's meeting is, I believe, at noon PST, correct, guys? You guys are awfully quiet tonight.
Yes, noon Pacific, Peter. Yeah, I can't get in to turn off my music because I'm it's just a long story. But I am here and it's noon on Tuesday or Saturday. Oh my goodness.
Noon on Saturday. All right,
Yeah.
great. All right, guys, this is just the beginning. Looking forward to watching this thing grow up and how amazing it's going to be. Thank you, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Thanks, everybody. Take care.